Okay, XM 2011 Kia Sorento Platinum with the panoramic sunroof, and we've got an issue here with the bracket. Here's the new one. The slide bracket on the rear of the front glass has failed, and I'll show you in a minute. The little tracks made from a Teflon or a plastic, slippery plastic of some sort, slide in the channel, have disintegrated, partly because the bracket, and you can see there's still water sitting in there, the bracket actually sits in a well. And if you've been unfortunate to live in an area close to the ocean, or you carry, as I do, canoes that seagoing canoes, even though I wash them down, there's always going to be some diluted seawater hanging about, and that's where it sits. And of course the bracket is steel coated in some sort of a plastic, and it's not long before the coating's compromised and it starts to corrode. So replacing these, they're about $25 each in Australia, which is not too bad. Easy enough to do. I've just popped the roof back, had to lift it up manually so that it didn't catch. Once that bottom slider goes, it tends to foul when you go to put it back. The two pieces of glass hit. That's the first thing that you'll probably realise. It's easier with the plastic trim taken off, and of course I've got issues with corrosion in my alloy roof railing, so I've taken that off anyway, so it's easier to do this job with that taken off. There are a lot of areas for rubbish to catch, even with hosing it down and trying to, or using compressed air, trying to clean out this track. There are a lot of areas where rubbish gets trapped, and of course if your car sits horizontally, as it's going to be sit, this part here is going to have water in it pretty well full time if you're in a wet or rainy area. There's the part number for the right hand side, and genuine part. Here's the old bracket here. You can see the corrosion. This bracket sits that way, so the bottom of the bracket and the little stem that goes in the slider has been corroded for some time. It's only a matter of time then and the little slider disintegrates. This one's actually still intact, but because the stem that it sits on is corroded, it becomes stiff, and possibly one of the reasons people complain and have trouble, that they have trouble with their sunroof not opening. You really need to have a regular maintenance program going with these things. And of course this back channel here is the one that needs to be lubricated. A lot of people like using the white lithium grease for that, but I find the best thing apart from that is to operate it on a fairly regular basis. Not every day, but once a week I find is good enough. And the left hand bracket, there's the part number for it there. White lithium grease seems to do the trick. It's very easy to get it on everything. Easy enough to slide the new bracket in there. The fitting has a number 30 star socket head, so you need a star driver of some sort in order to put that in. Might even be worth, looks like it's had some blue Loctite on it, might even be worth putting some Loctite on it when you reinsert it. I've just got to pull that down. I've got that sponge under there at the moment just to take the weight of the glass, but I'll need to move that to assemble it.